everybody ready? Does everybody have their computer set up, Sketchup open?
Yeah. Hi, Petra. It's Karen here. Alex is up and running.
Great.
Okay, I think everyone's in. Right, so can everyone see the little mouse clicky things at least? I'm not sure if that is coming up.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I know Petra sent me a mail and just to re-go over the tools, maybe just a bit slower as well. So that's not a problem. We'll start with the tools, I guess. So SketchUp is free, like I mentioned last week, and a good place to start is on the right-hand side. I'll open all of these, and then we can go through them one by one. Just minimizing them now. Right, so starting in the top right, the first little icon is entity info. That relates to the actual items that you've drawn. So a simple line, it will give you the length of that line if you want to soften it or not. So softening it will just hide the actual hard line. It's not really something you need because your prints don't, even if they are softened, your prints will still come out fine. So don't worry about softening anything. Outline is just the upgraded version of whatever SketchUp needs. There is an instructor that will help you out as well. So if you click on any of the tools, the instructor tells you what it is and how it works. So if I do move a little bit too fast and you need to come back, this is quite an easy way to figure out what these tools do. Underneath that, we've got components. So you can download and import components from the warehouse, from SketchUp warehouse. They're all free. So you just search for what you're looking for, hit import or download, and it will automatically pop it in your model space. Materials allows you to just paint. So this is obviously for like, when I first started using SketchUp, it was for architecture. So we were painting our models different colors to later render up in Photoshop or something like that. So for 3D printing, you wouldn't really need it. The default colors work all right. Styles just set up what the model looks like. So if you wanted to have straight lines or sketchy lines, or if you apply textures to it, do you want to see those textures again? It doesn't really apply to modeling for 3D printing. Tagging is tagging the names of your models. Scenes are the views within your model. So if I draw a very simple square and pull it up, you can see the first view is a perspective view of the block. The second one is an ortho or a parallel projection. It's a preference thing how you like to work. And then cycling through these views will give you these views in like from different sides. So you have a dead on top left corner, top right corner, sides. It just helps you move through a model, but the middle mouse will let you pan and move all the way around your model as you go. I find it's a lot easier. It's something you don't really need. Display relates to the models to your model that you've modeled up. So if you click on a face, for example, you can hide that face. So you've now got a container, and these displays will allow you to unhide things. So clicking hidden geometry will show the face that's been hidden and allow you to re-click on it or right-click on it and unhide it. Yeah, it's just, you could play with these things as you go. So if you do hide more than one face, you can unhide all of them by clicking on all, or just the faces selected. That's pretty much what display does. We've got model info. So this relates to how we're modeling. So we're modeling in millimeters, and you can define the precision just below that. So I like to work to 2 decimal places, and then SketchUp does automatically snap depending on what you want it to snap to. So if you set your snap intervals to 0.5 millimeters, every time you draw, you'll see it goes up in increments of 0.5. So if I zoom in on the bottom right-hand corner, it will go 0.5, 1, 0.5 every time as it goes up. And then underneath that, we've got angle units, so how it likes to snap to that as well. Default here is also fine, so it's 0 and snapping every 15 degrees. Solid Inspector is a paid-for feature. It is quite nice to have because if you do model something up that you want to print, you can hit Solid Inspector and it will make sure that it's a solid ready for printing. But if you have good modeling habits, you wouldn't need to inspect it. You'll pick up the mistake straight away as soon as you drag your model into Flash print. Sorry, to allow everyone else in who's asking.
Kyle, what are those mouse things that we can see you doing? So it's obviously what you're clicking, but is it are you tracking your clicks or something?
Yes, I am.
Ah.
Yeah, I thought someone mailed Petra. Sorry?
Is that something, is that just something because you're teaching us?
Yes, someone mailed a link to Petra and said it might be a little bit helpful knowing what I'm clicking because you can't see my mouse and keyboard. Yeah.
Oh, that's clever.
Cool. Okay, it's going to delete my box out. Okay, now starting from the left-hand side, I think everyone's in now. We've got the select tool. It's to select your model. So let me undo my box. So if I click on the select tool, it allows me to select faces. Double clicking will allow it to select the faces plus the outlines, and then triple clicking allows it to select everything that's attached to that model. The erase tool obviously lets you erase parts of your model that you might not want, and it works on the lines or the edges of your model, not the faces. If you want to delete a face out of your model, you would have to go back to the select tool, select the face, and press delete. Do that.
Just going to pause to everyone. Is everybody clear? Are we still on the same page? Should we slow it down? Do you want to try it?
Yeah, it's a bit quick, Petra. I know we missed the last session. We don't even know how to what we should be looking at on the Sketchup thing. Are we supposed to open up a specific template or?
So if you Google Sketchup free,
yeah,
you should see the first link allows you to, it'll go to the Sketchup's homepage, and then you just click on Start Modeling.
Oh, I got the Sketchup Make. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I think Sketchup Make was like a paid-for version for carpenters.
It's free.
Or.
No, it's free. Okay.
Do you want to download this? Anybody else in the meantime have any questions around it? Is everybody else follows? Are you clicking?
I'm clicking, so can you just talk about what the boxes do by clicking?
I lost you in your audio there. You muted yourself by accident. Yep.
Yeah. So by clicking on all three boxes, can you just go explain the white and the gray and what those mean again?
In these boxes here.
Yeah. Or when you created an actual box and then you.
So if I recreate a simple rectangle here.
Cool.
So there's three planes to SketchUp, right? So it's the blue plane, there's a red plane, and a green plane. So it doesn't matter how you like to model things. You can always start on the blue because that'll create a single face with an outline. And then you can use the push-pull tool, which is this one over here, to just give it some height. So what this does is create like a 3D object. So with SketchUp, the white face is your front face. And if I delete that face out, you'll see there's a blue face. It's a back face. So if you import something like this to Sketchup, to Flashprint, and it's got a white face on it like that, what your Flashprint then does is assume that you don't want to print this face, and it will attempt to print the walls only. So if you are creating a solid, it's got to be a complete solid all round. Does that make sense? Nope, still muted.
My space bar should work. That's perfect. Thanks.
Okay, cool. Is everyone kind of still on the same page? Am I moving too fast?
No, it's all good. It's all good from my side. Thanks. I'm sorry I joined a little bit late, but yeah, I'm following for now.
Cool. So I can move on to the paint bucket tool.
Kathy, how are you doing there?
We're still downloading, sorry.
No,
You shouldn't have to download anything. It's all web-based.
Okay.
Maybe it's just opening up for you.
I've sent a link on.
Do you want to send the link?
Yeah, I've just sent a link on the chat. So,
Thank you.
Kathy, there in the chat, you will find the link. All what you need to do is literally just log in.
yeah, if you have a Google account, it'll be pretty instant. You just log in with Google and hit start modeling.
Okay, yeah, we're on that web page that says, and then it asks us to sign in. So we said start modeling, but then it told us to
Log in.
sign up.
Yeah, you would have to sign up.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. In the meantime, Carl, do you want to just go through maybe those tools on the top again? Does anybody have any other questions around how to draw it? Can you draw it? Did you get your box done?
If you can show us, once you've done all the boxes, if you can show us the letters again. I struggled redoing that and then making it attach.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Everyone on the same page? Can I carry on?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we've got the paint bucket. Again, doesn't really apply to 3D printing too much, but if you did want to color something in, again, select the bucket, select a color, you can paint it whatever color you like. So you can go and paint individual faces. I'm just going to undo that. And you can paint them all different colors if you really want to. And then underneath the paint bucket is the sampler. So if you've lost your color palette and you're not sure where to find the same color, you can just go sample it and then carry on painting. That again. Okay, so underneath the paint bucket, we've got the pencil tool. This will allow you to draw straight lines, and you can type the dimensions in as well. So if you click where you want it to start and where you want it in, the bottom right-hand side does show the length. So you can say you need this line to be 400, and then just press enter. If you do change your mind, you can just type 500. I mean, it's basically just draw as you need. It won't. So if you leave your drawing like that, you won't be able to push or pull this because it's not an enclosed face. They have to be closed off completely like that. So once you end up with a face, you can then pull it to give it depth or make it a 3D. You can draw on any of these faces as well. So if you want to draw on that side.
So is everybody clear on that up and down, making it bigger? Yeah, working for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. And pushing in, pushing out?
Yeah, I assume so. Underneath the pencil tool, again, we've got more of a freehand sketch, but you would need to end somewhere close to your starting point to be able to make it a face, because faces then can be pulled up. Like I say, again, you can go and edit and draw on this again if you wanted to cut something out. And then you could pull these things in and out. So I suppose if you had a tablet, you could do some like really nice sketches, like one of those Wacom. But for now, we'll use a mouse.
I actually wanted to ask you that. So on the tablet, I'm just thinking, you know, like kids who just can you actually do it on a tablet properly just with your fingers?
I meant one of those Wacom drawing tablets that you plug into your PC. I don't think there is a SketchUp drawing tool
for iPad.
A phone or an iPad just yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Underneath the pencil tool, we've got all these radius tools. So this is for drawing circles. You can, again, draw on certain faces or draw on faces and then just cut them out. They all do the same thing, just in a different way. It's mainly just for you to go and play with to figure out what style works best for you. Yeah. Underneath that, we've got, I think this is unlocked with Pro. Oh no, these are just your basic shapes. So the first one's the rectangle. Pick a corner. It is defined based on the golden section and on a square. It will automatically snap to those sizes if you want. So you can just hover along there. It does show on the bottom right-hand side how big that square is that you're actually drawing. But again, things can be scaled down later if you need to. We've got rotated. Okay, don't worry about the rotated rectangle for now. It is quite complicated to use. Underneath that, we've got a circle, which allows you to draw any size circle. You can also specify the sides of it. So on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, it says sides 24. You can up that to 48 if you wanted a much smoother looking circle. Ooh.
I can't see the, sorry, where did you say is the circle update? Sorry, with the size?
The sides. So the bottom right-hand corner, when you first click on the circle, it shows sides, bottom right, and you can actually type in. So you can say you want 6 sides.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
And then you can draw a 6-sided circle. You can click on the edges of the circle and go to Entity Info, and you can actually go and change this, the information here. So you can say, let's make it a 1200 millimeter radius. And then you can change the amount of segments as well.
Cheers, Willem.
Can you mute Valentia? Sorry, I think that she's just unmuted herself there.
Cool.
Can you do that again, please? That was very quick.
Sorry. So clicking on the circle tool. So right now my sides are set to 6 on the bottom right-hand corner. I can change that to say 12. I think SketchUp's default's 24. So then I can draw, you can actually see the sides of the circle while I draw it. So now, let's say 2 meters. And then you can go and click on the circle. The cube on the top right is the entity info. And that will give you the information for this cube. So you can see I've made it 2 meters, or 2000 millimeters. And you can change the sizes there. And you can also change the amount of sides that make up the circle. So right now it's set to 12, we can set it to 5. you'd set it to 100 and you get a very smooth circle. But that's quite a lot of segments to work with. So you will find your PC will slow down a bit. Yeah. There's also a polygon tool. It does exactly what the circle tool does. And it just tells you it's got 6 sides already. So it's really no different. And then underneath that, we've got 3D text. So you can go pick a font. You type what you need. The first setting, which is height, is the height of the letters from the bottom to the top. We'll make it smaller, 200 for now. And then the text extrusion is how far up the text has been pulled. Make that 20. And then you can place text. So text comes in as a component. That's why it's got a blue block around it. And you might find that you can't edit it sometimes. So what you would need to do is either explode this or double click on it to actually go into the model to then edit it. So that'll allow you to.
We need to do this a little bit slower, Kyle.
Okay.
I think. So do you want just to do it again?
Yeah, sure. Out. That I think it's good to start with something. I think we'll just do like a simple cube.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just thinking, let's say still the name tag, you know, it could be just that cube or something. We're just placing the letters on it. I'm just thinking.
That's fine.
Or like, as you said, the rectangle is great.
Okay, that's fine. We can do the name tag again. So I'm just going to use the rectangle tool to start with. We'll follow the golden section, but we'll zoom in to find something that's a little bit smaller that actually will fit on a printer. What you can also do, what I like to do is, so like with the FlashForge Finder, it's a 140 bed by 140. And then what I like to do is pull it up another 140, and then I go and delete the sides and the back so that I know that that's my print volume when designing something. You can triple click it to select everything, and if you press G, you can make this a component. So it basically just groups it, so that if you draw anything on these faces, it doesn't edit the actual group. So I'm just going to group this for now. We call this. So now I won't be able to edit this. I will be able to erase it, though, but I cannot draw in this. So we can say, let's start with a simple name tag. Again, the rectangle. Yeah, 65 by 40. And then we can pull this face up. They do overlap now, so they are a little bit harder to see. You can lagging a little bit here. You can go and delete the original face, but you should see something like this now. So we can pull this up, let's say 5 mils. We can now add text to this.
So does everybody have the rectangle? Can we continue with the text?
Uh-huh.
Good.
No, we don't. Sorry.
Okay.
That's fine.
Let's drag it from.
Sean's still muted.
I didn't see how you did the size of the printer. That's what I'm assuming you did.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Went very quick. Yeah.
Sorry, let me start there again. So the Finder that I've got going in the background is a 140 by 140. So you click on the rectangle tool, first click, and I haven't clicked again, so I can make it any size I want now, but I can type in my size. So it's 140 by 140. So you use the comma, and that'll give you a 140 by 140 block. Then what I do is I pull it up using the push-pull tool, or P for the shortcut, and I pull it up another 140, and press enter. So now I've got my print volume. Then what I go and do is,
Kyle, how do I change, for some reason I'm in inches.
Yeah, so bottom right-hand side, model info. It's this little block over here. Second from the bottom.
Second from the bottom.
And then you can click on.
There we go. Yay. Sorry, that was really irritating.
Sorry, Carl. I've got a question here. Our axis has moved completely to the right-hand side of the screen. How do we manipulate the axis to get to the left-hand side of the screen?
So your axis is there, basically.
Yeah.
So if you click the middle mouse, I don't know if you're on a laptop though.
On a laptop, but I've got a roller. I don't have a middle button on the mouse.
So are you using a mouse?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so your scroll wheel is a button as well if you push it down. So if you push it down and you hold shift, you can move your model around, and you should be able to move your axis to the left-hand side then.
No.
You have to
Still
click
not.
on the center of it.
Oh wait, we are. Okay. Wait, what?
All right, thanks.
Cool. I was going to say you can play with the predefined scene setup. I think the one on the bottom right will give you something close to what you're looking for. It puts it kind of in the middle. But shift and middle mouse allows you to sort of move around the page. I'll do this again. Okay, so we start with a rectangle, and I type it in 140, 140, and then I use the push-pull tool, pull it up 140, and now I've got my print volume. So yours might be different. You might have an adventurer, which is 150 by 150. It all depends on how big you want to print. Then what I like to do is I like to go and select the faces and then just delete them out so that I know I can model within this cube, and that will match my printer. So to select all these lines, you can use the select tool.
Carl.
Yo.
I can't change in that dimension box. I can't actually change the, is that because the box is not selected?
No, you don't have to select the box.
I can't type in that dimension box.
Yeah, you don't have to type in the box. You just type. So once you click to start, you just start typing. It automatically will start filling it in there for you.
Only thing, just make sure that you're not in inches. That's just what was happening to me. So.
Did you come right now?
Not yet. It's fine. Carry on, and I'll try something else. And carry on, otherwise we're gonna keep this whole lesson up.
It's cool. To select multiple faces, you can just hold down Control while selecting your faces, and then delete them. And then on the select tool, click on one of the lines and triple click till everything highlights or selects, and then you can press G, which will create a group. You can name this print volume, whatever you want, and then you can hit OK. And what it's done is it's just made a group for you that you can't, if you draw in this, it won't, your current drawing won't snap to it. So then you can now draw within this. You can say, let's start with the name tag. We wanted 62 by 38. That's what automatically popped up. And then we're going to pull this up by 5. And then press enter. You can go and round off some of the corners if you want. It's quite a, it will just make it look a little bit nicer. So what Sketchup does is when it goes pink like that, it's just saying that your tangents are basically perfect. And then you just double click to put it down. And then on the other corner, you don't have to redraw it. If you're close enough, you could just double click, because Sketchup remembers that the last tangent that you drew was that size. And then you can go push these down to hide them, to get rid of them. Got a very simple name tag there. And then we can use the circle tool to add a hole.
I'm still at the edges.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Round off the edges. Is everybody kind of at that point where maybe rounding edges or?
Still rounding.
Still rounding.
Okay.
I just like managed to delete the bubble.
Carl, you have to go on slow-mo.
Okay.
But we have to listen to you and do what you want us to do.
Yeah, no, this is a whole new teaching method, that's for sure.
So just a quick one, how do I make, because now I'm making the edges, but like one side, I made the edges
too much.
That way.
Okay, so if I go back, so the tool I use to make the edges is this one here, it's the second one, it's a 2-point arc. You define your first point.
Wait. Where were you defining it?
So if you go to the arc, I use the second one because I find it's the easiest. So 2-point arc. Yeah. Then you select where you want it to start, where you want it to end, and then if you move, like you'll see, it will go like a cyan color. As soon as you keep moving that up, it'll go pink. That's to tell you that it's a perfect arc there. So your first, do you have that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you have that, you can push that away. But if you go to the second corner, as soon as you get close enough, you just have to double click. You don't have to. So I'm just in the corner there, and I'm just double clicking. And
so it will pick it up for you. Exactly. Yeah, the angles. Okay, sorry, that's not that. So that was my issue. Okay.
Well, it's fine. It's remembering your last arc, and it's copying that.
Right.
Yes. Sorry, we got very excited there. I just did a little dance.
No, please show that. Please show that how it remembered again. So once I dropped the thing, so I saw how you dropped it by using the thing. Now that corner's disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, the first corner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you use that tool to drop it.
Yeah, the push-pull tool.
Right.
And then if you go back to the arc tool that you used, it remembers the last angle that you drew, or the last size. So you just have to get close enough to those corners and then just double click, and it'll automatically put them in for you. And then you can just go and push those away.
Okay.
I'm a little struggling there. I can't be double clicking, sorry. So I'll go closer. So just double clicking. I'm not getting it, okay?
No,
just get close to the, just do it for me again.
Sure. Reset this. Yeah, so 2-point arc, start, finish, as soon as it goes pink. So the first click will ask you where do you want it. As soon as it goes pink, that's where I select. So second click. Then you just get close to the circle without getting on, don't touch on any of the lines. You just have to kind of get in the same corner and then just double click.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
And then, SketchUp remembers what you do. So it works the same for the push-pull tool. So if I use the push-pull and I pull this down halfway, and I stop there, and I double-click on that, it will do exactly the same thing as your last move, which is quite cool.
Okay, I need a separate private lesson. I'm double clicking and it's not doing anything.
Are you using a mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, that is quite odd. Is anyone else having that problem?
I think I had it, but my arc wasn't magenta or purple or whatever color it was to make it a perfect arc.
Okay.
And once I made it pink, then, or made sure it was pink, then it worked.
Then it worked. Okay.
Yeah.
Just draw a bad arc. Even if you draw a bad arc, it should still remember. Take this back down to just its face. You should even be able to do it even if you don't have a 3D shape. This will just automatically delete what you don't need. Is double left click as well, eh? Just making sure.
Double left click, not the right one.
Yeah, double left click. It's quite odd.
It's drawing stuff on it and then highlighting the base. So I think that, I don't know, for some reason double clicking is not working there for me. But as long as it's working for everyone else, that's awesome. I don't know why.
Is anyone else having that problem?
No.
That's good.
Cool.
What? Sorry. What? When I'm doing it, I can see there's squares and there's circles and then there's blue squares. What is the difference with that when using that corner thing? I sometimes get circles and squares at the end.
I think I know what you mean. Let me just. No, where are you seeing your squares?
I'm not sure, but it's fine. I've got it working. So
Okay.
I just have to play more.
Yeah. Okay. Sorted?
Cool. I think we can move on.
Yeah. So next I'm just going to draw a circle just for roughly where a keychain would go. Then pull this down so that it's all the same height. And then you can erase the line that's in the middle because that was what was originally your name tag. You can go and draw another circle in this.
Sorry, what one did you use there to draw that circle? Which little that one? Okay.
Yeah, there's a
but we don't have
rectangle.
it on our...
So it might look like a rectangle on yours.
Oh,
so
yes.
anything with a little arrow, you can pop out a new menu. So this has got a circle on it.
Thank you. Got it.
And then if you highlight the edge of your circle, you'll see Sketchup will show you where your origin was so that you can snap to the original one to then go and cut out. Okay, if you have too many sides in a circle, Sketchup will warn you that you have too many faces. So right now I've got 24. If I set it to 48 and I try and make a small circle, you'll see I get a pop-up saying the number of segments is too large for how small of a circle I'm drawing. You can just say, okay, it'll automatically bump it down to what it needs. And then you can select this face and just push it through. Let's erase that first. You can push that through, and now you've got a hole for the keychain. And you can go delete the other circle. So I'll wait over there.
Sorry, Carl, is there a trick way to make it like in the middle so that I don't draw the circle like too much to the left or too much to the right? How?
Yeah, so if I draw the initial circle and I select, if I hover over this line, it will snap to the midpoint of that line. That's how you know that you're in the center.
It's fine.
Oh, awesome. So I'm just excited that it happened.
Hi guys, sorry, instead of erasing everything, is there an undo button?
Control Z is undo.
Thank you.
And Control Y is redo. It is also on the top left here, next to your project title.
There. Oh, thank you.
No problem.
And then when you're making the circle, when you actually like building it up with the height of the rectangle, and then for example, I forgot what was the height of that rectangle. And then when I'm putting it down, it obviously goes all the way down. I don't know how far I should go down.
So what you can do, so you're at this point, right? So if you've forgotten how tall your rectangle is, there's two ways. You can measure it. If you press T, it will bring you to the tape measure.
Okay.
Which is the first tool here. And then you can measure top to bottom how tall you've made it. So I know I've made it 5. Or if you just use the push-pull tool in the first click, the second click, you can actually just tell it to snap and end on this face. So it will align it automatically for you there.
Where does it, sorry, that one? Just do it
So
again.
the push-pull tool.
Yes.
So if I click on it, and I pull it, so you're saying right now it's pulling past.
Yes.
You can just click on the face where you want it to stop and it will automatically line up. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Does it make a difference if you erase that line on the circle line on the inside?
This one here?
Yes, that one.
Yeah. So it doesn't really make a difference. You can leave it, but what you'll notice is if you do pull it down, you create a very solid line here, where the rest are all hidden, they're all soft. So yours might look like that. So I think everyone's seeing that. No one's seeing the hidden geometry on their models.
Okay, and the half circle on the inside?
This one here?
No, to the left.
This one?
Yes. Does it matter whether you erase that or not?
It doesn't, but I'll show you now why or what you can do with it.
Yeah.
If you left it there versus if you took it away.
Yeah.
Does everyone have that at least so far?
I'm just a little bit battling with clicking on the same surface. Sorry. So I was just trying to count and then.
I'll go through it again. It's a circle tool. You can snap to the center. It will go blue automatically. I think sometimes someone might have a problem where it snaps to the red plane like that. Then it's actually drawing on a different plane. So you would want it to draw on a blue plane. You can lock them. So if you want to draw on this surface specifically and you press shift, it'll go pink like that. That means it will snap to that plane only. Then you can go shift again. But yeah, okay, 5, 6 mils. Pull down the face. Erase that, and if you want to draw the circle on the inside, if you select the outside of your original circle first until the guides come up, that will then automatically snap to the center when you move close enough. So if you don't erase the line at the bottom, you'll end up with something like this. So this is a back face. You would then need to go and select this to delete it out to see a hole.
Wait, can you do it again?
Sure.
So that was a little bit. So, okay.
If you push this down and you haven't erased the line at the bottom, you'll end up with a blue face like that, meaning you can't see through it.
Okay.
So when you bring this into Flash Print, it will try and print the surface. That's why we want to delete it. We want to be able to see through it.
Okay, that's obviously that's what's happening. Keep forgetting to erase the lines there. So, yeah, okay. It's quite important, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, does everyone have this now?
Yeah, if the line's blue or that piece, the round piece is blue, is that wrong?
Yes. So your round piece in here, so if I do this, that's what you see.
Okay, just give us a moment. We made a mistake.
It's on the outside of the circle, the blue.
This one here.
Yes.
That's what you see.
Correct.
Yeah, so this is a back face. Flash print won't print this. You need to click on the face, right click, and just hit reverse faces. Then it should go white. So you shouldn't
Reverse
actually
face.
see any blue faces while
Okay.
modeling.
Okay, I can see now just by going reverse face.
Yeah.
Okay. We haven't got far, have we?
Fine.
Sorry.
It's really no problem.
Then next lesson will be to recap it, and by the third one, it's like let's put name on it.
I taught in my third year of varsity. I taught Sketchup to where I was working currently for a landscape designer, and he wanted me to teach them Sketchup, just basics, just to drawing up a garden. I think they had 10 lessons of 3 hours each, and the last 9 lessons all recaps. It was just, it's difficult to take in, so it's fine. I do understand.
Do you mind just quickly, when you push down that circle, right? You're saying that you need to reverse the faces. Sorry.
So if you push it down the first time, if there's so you still have the line at the bottom, right?
Yeah, I raised that.
Yeah. So if you have blue faces like that, you can just delete them out. You can either select them.
Okay.
Yep. Just use the select tool, which is the first one, or hit spacebar. It will automatically go to the select tool, and then just click on it and delete it out. If you do see blue faces like this on the edge anywhere, they need to be reversed. So you just click on the face, right click, reverse faces.
Got it. Thank you.
One last question. How do you get to the text box again, where you get to write things on it?
Yeah, so underneath this menu, the circle and the rectangle, the basic shapes, 3D text is at the bottom. So we'll just click on 3D text. You can type what you need to, and then there isn't many fonts to choose from, because it is a free program after all.
We don't have that under the text. We only have 4 options for the circle. Oh no, wait.
Really?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I was going to say that's very odd. Again, the text settings in here, height is the height of the text bottom to top. So we know the name tag that we've started here, you can measure it. Yours might be different. So if you press T, that'll take you to the tape measure. It's the first tool, 3 from the bottom, and you can click on the bottom, and then the top, it'll give you the distance. So I know that my name tag is 38.5 in height by 62 in length. So I go to the 3D text, type what I want, select a font, and I can say, okay, my name tag is 38, so we'll make my text 30, and I want it to be pulled up 5 mils, like the name tag. So something like that. That's obviously too big. So if you find you did bring it in and it is too big, you can scale it. There's a scale tool. And if you click on it, you can select the corner and then just pull it down till it fits. Should I do that again? We're going to go 3D text. type what you need to. I'll change this now. So 20. And we'll click to place it on the face.
Now, how do you rotate the text?
This text. So there is a rotate tool. It is underneath the move tool, the second one. You can click on the face and then click on a second point. So first point, second point, and then where you want to rotate it to. If you've placed your text accidentally like that, it's also not a problem. Is that what's happened? The same thing, just select, yeah.
Pretty cool though.
So if you don't place it like this and you want to correct it, rotate tool, select the face, how you want to rotate it. First click is just defining an origin, second click is defining the second origin, and then the third is where you want it to rotate to. It will snap on the green plane. You can see like a very light sort of shimmer of a green there for when it is on a flat plane. And then you can move it to make sure that the bottom of it touches your name tag and it's not hovering like that. So you can just select the corner. If you hold shift down, so if I select the corner, I can move it up, which is on the blue plane. I can move it to the right. Ooh.
I don't want to be the party breaker here, but it's like 1 minute into 6 o'clock.
That's fine.
And I'm probably sure that that others may have commitments already, or they need to cook dinner and look after the kids and or whatever needs to be. I'm just wondering whether, I'm just wondering whether we shouldn't maybe finish this kind of in the next lesson. And then, at least we can like practice it a little bit more in the meantime. And then, if whatever we're still not getting it right, maybe it's a great opportunity next week for those of you who want to get it right. We can come back and actually do the proper, name sticking. And I think just general, that personalization could be really cool with other models. Would that be fine with everyone?
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of very interesting things that I've learned this evening is base, like sizing your base, your platform, because I've got the Forge. And it was very interesting because when I was practicing, I was trying to bring something in and I didn't know how to position it within the base of, the machine that I had to print on. So that was really informative. That was a really great tip. And I think learning the tools tonight has really helped as well. Thanks, Carl.
Great, no problem.
Thank you, Deborah, for the comment. That was really helpful. Is everybody happy with the fact that, we kind of try to achieve something today? I hope that we all, thanks, Dave, just what, you shared with us. Are we kind of a little bit more comfortable with the sizing, with dragging and, with some of the tools and then, maybe this will give us an opportunity to start somewhere. And next week we can do some more. And I would really love to see or hear from you what it is that you would like to do next week, whether you want more repeating or you want to now get a little bit more into maybe the name stretching or amending a design. Like I think that would be the best thing, is to let us know where you would like to go further.
Yeah, I thought we were modeling something completely different. So I looked at quickly modeling up a small little dice, which is printing in the background. It's like a minute from being done, but it's also something you could have personalized. So you can look at that. It is quite a complicated model, but it also 5 minutes once you're familiar with the tools.
I think that would be a really good opportunity for next week to actually do something like this. And in the meantime, I think that now I already would like to finish my keychain. It's like
name tag.
My name tag. So is everybody fine with that?
Absolutely.
Can unmute yourself?
Yes,
Okay,
thank you
awesome.
very much.
Great. Great stuff. So thank you so much, everyone. And yeah, we'll see you next week. I can't wait. I'm going to call you, Kyle.
No, that's fine. She said this lesson flew by, I'm not going to lie. So it would just keep going.
I know, that's why, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay, great. Then thanks again, everyone, for coming and being part of this. And we will obviously send you the recording again. I think that the best one was actually to be here with you, Kyle, because I could say like, stop.
Yeah,
so
no, that's fine.
So thanks again and have a good evening, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Cool.
See you next week.
Thanks.
See you next week. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.